Another fantastic feature of Vela is the ability to do de-essing right inside the plugin, which is fantastic. Now, if you don't know what de-essing is, it's basically compression, but it's compression that's kind of like frequency dependent. So only certain frequencies will get compressed. And this is generally used on vocals to compress out sibilants, which are going to be loud, pronounced S sounds and maybe harsh T's and things like that. But I find that this can also be a really great tool to remedy some of the harshness that you would get from very bright hi-hats and things on drum loops, especially if you're trying to put them through reverb. So in this example, I've started putting together a drum and bass song that's like straight out of a level select screen from like a Ridge Racer game on PlayStation 1 or something like that, but I think it's pretty fun. But I have this drum break, pad, and a piano sound. Let's take a listen to what it sounds like. And on my drums group here, I have a instance of Vela. I'm using the hat enhancer preset. So this is what it sounds like if I turn it on. I've got the dry wet mix at about 25%. So I wanted something that would brighten the hats up a little bit, but this is a little too harsh. I kind of like the effect it's giving it, but it's just a bit too much. So if we go to the De-Essing tab here and we turn that on, now what it's allowing us to do is set a frequency range where compression will start to be applied to the signal here, to the wet signal. So if I start by turning De-Essing on and then grabbing the threshold dial and pulling it down, we'll hear some of the harsh high frequencies in this specific range here from 5 kilohertz up to 10 kilohertz start to get reduced. But the nice thing is that we can visually see where different frequencies are, and we don't have to stick just to this range of frequencies. We can go ahead and expand the range. You actually don't even have to use this as a de-esser if you don't want to. You could use it to compress the low end on your reverb or your mid-range, whatever you want to. So we're going to expand this down a little bit, maybe down somewhere around 2 kilohertz, and then maybe even a little bit higher because I'm getting a couple little harsh frequencies up here. 12 kilohertz, 13 kilohertz. Just kind of play around with the range. Let's go kind of aggressive and just A-B that. Now I think my threshold's too low, so I'm de-essing a little bit too much, but we'll bring that back up. And just tame some of those harsh frequencies a bit. Let's kind of A-B our drum loop. Everything dry. Getting that nice high texture from the hat enhancer. Seems like it's coming in a little bit late, so I may pull the pre-delay time down here, and I may actually turn the early reflections level down. I mostly want to hear the late reverb. Bump the dry wet mix up a little bit. And then let's just A-B the entire reverb off. Our dry drums. Little high-end enhancement and sizzle. That might be a little bit too much. We'll pull the dry wet mix back down a little bit. And then with the de-essing off, a little bit too harsh. But the de-essing allows me to dial it in nicely and get that little bit of extra high texture to my drum loop, but not hurt anybody's eardrums in the process.